Manifest X and your host. And I'm so excited to welcome my friend PJ, client of mine, and we actually only worked together for 11 or 12 weeks now. And you've been putting some very inspiring statistics on the board. I have a really inspiring story that I knew we had to share with our community and with the audience, so that they know what's possible. And you also do some really inspiring work with your clients, which is men, entrepreneurs in the health and fitness game. So thank you for hopping on to share your wins and your story with our community. PJ, say a few great words about yourself. How do you introduce yourself to people?
Yeah. First and foremost, I'm an online coach, helping people transform their physique without any type of restrictive dieting and without spending hours in the gym, just kind of wasting away. I do that by, utilizing an evidence-based approach to everything that we do. And really my work is integrating that evidence-based approach into the client's lifestyle, so that way they're able to achieve their best physique in a really short amount of time. And that's something I'm ultimately really passionate about. So
yeah, we just talked about that. It's so cool. So I know you love working with entrepreneurs who are often very busy, right? Especially during this time, gaining a little weight, a little extra pounds on top of the six-pack. And I can relate to that. So won't go into detail here yet. So just asking for a friend if you have some advice. So we'll get into that in a little bit. But what I love about it is that, busy entrepreneurs like myself, your unique method has the ability to leverage time. So talk to me a little bit about that. That was so interesting.
Yeah. Ultimately, once a new client comes in, they tell me that they see, this is kind of a daunting situation because, they're busy with their work, busy with their business. I use it as leverage, and I show them, in the program, how you being busy is ultimately going to add fuel to your success. Because it's very systematic, and things, once they're rolling and you build that momentum, you're unstoppable. You're on your way to success. So busy entrepreneurs are ultimately the best people to work with. Not saying that anyone else is not great, but that is ultimately who I'm very passionate about working with. And, the results kind of speak for themselves as well.
Yeah, let's talk to me about some results, because I know whenever I stream, scroll your feed, I see massive six-packs pop in everywhere and rapid transformations. So talk to me about that. What are some of the client results that you're getting typically?
Yeah. Last week, I had one of my clients actually get married, and he came to me at the beginning of June, and he started out 243 pounds, and I was able to get him down to 226 for his wedding.
Wow.
Now that's kind of subjective because the weight kind of fluctuates on the scale, but his before and after pictures are some of the most dramatic I've ever seen ever doing this,
Yeah, wow.
Yeah, he's definitely lost a lot off of his body fat percentage. And once again, he's another busy guy, a person who's, always moving around, always working in his business. And we just use that as leverage.
So good. And talk about time. So I think, what's unique about you, the way, you set up your offer and everything. You made $6.4 thousand in 27 days while working only 5 hours per day. That's really impressive. I mean, most people don't make that kind of money and work 2-3 times that amount of hours per day. I know my client Philip is working 16 hours a day. Big shout out to Philip. He's out of Singapore. He's working 16-hour days, making his 80K a month or whatever, which is amazing. Congrats to him, right? But totally burning himself out. And we had to work together for a couple months to get him to. He reached $100,000 and then do it in working, the 5 hours or less like you do now. But I know that's a big pain point for a lot of people, where it takes a lot of time. Okay, that was interesting. By the way, if you're watching live, everyone, drop a hashtag live, and if at any moment you get an insight or a bit of value, drop a hashtag insight and type out what the insight is, what the lesson is, so that we know what you're learning and what you're getting from this, but also you're integrating the lesson better, and everyone else will get a nugget as well. They get a learning from you. So that's what it looks like to play full out. That's what we do inside of our masterminds. We always drive like hashtag, insight, and then what the lesson is. So pop that at any moment. If you're watching from the future, like drop a hashtag future, and you'll still work on from the replay. So with all of that said, how did you manage to create this amazing result in such a short time?
Honestly, it was being a part of the program. Before I joined the program, I was in I had you know this personally, but I had an offer. I wasn't.
We have this loud thing. Is there any way you can put it on Do Not Disturb or something?
Yeah. Let me.
Okay, great.
Sorry about that.
You're good. I just want to make sure that stops, so our people are staying with us.
Yeah.
Cool. Go ahead.
So basically, I had an offer that I wasn't fully aligned with, and that was showing up in my business, and it was stopping me from doing the things that I really needed to do on a consistent basis. And once you kind of gave me the game plan and I spoke to you and we had a couple healing sessions, that really transformed into something that I'm super duper passionate about. We reshaped the offer.
Mm-hmm.
It was easier for me to take action. My biz went from something that I was kind of dreading the workload every single day and grinding it out to something that I wake up and I'm happy to do. You know what I mean? I wake up excited about this every day. And that's really the shift.
Dude, I just want to acknowledge you for that, because I know, is it okay if I share a little bit about the journey from the beginning, like who you were when you first started and showing up?
Oh, absolutely.
Okay, so I know we both were in Sam Ovens, big shout out to him. Thank you, Consulting Accelerator. And what I've seen a lot of people doing is they started, putting on this character, like resembling him, trying to model him, which modeling is great. But with you, I, pretty quickly saw that you have an authentic way of being, something that's inside of you that wants to come out, that's natural to you. That's extremely valuable. And I think it was awesome to witness. I mean, really, you discovered it yourself throughout the process, but seeing you switch your offer into something that was truly you, because I think that before you were helping, fitness coaches scaling their businesses to 6 figures, etc. And you have, great marketing and sales expertise, which you have a lot to offer there. And at the same time, doing what you're doing now, that's where I see you come, you started showing up differently, and you're very humble. That's the thing too. I know under that sweater, this guy is ripped, everyone, but still PJ is really, really humble. And you're really more yourself, the way you show up and the way you communicate in your videos. I think that's made it so magnetic, because people can feel your sincerity, and it makes them, just want to fall in love with you, buy from you, and all of those things. So I just really love that transformation, because before you were wearing literally the same suit, right? You were wearing that suit, remember?
Yeah.
So that's so great. So yeah, talk about, now you love what you're doing. So do you have maybe a message for somebody who is still looking to sort of model and find their way and with their unique offer and what they're really meant to do? Do you have maybe a message or maybe wisdom that you give yourself then that you could share?
Yeah, definitely. I would say write it down, write what you think that you're interested in doing, and then contact Miro, because the healing session is, it's incredible. And once you do one of the healing sessions, you will know what's truly aligned with you, and what you're inspired to do from that is extremely powerful, and you should follow that.
Wow.
Because it's not, ultimately Miro, his work is to get you in a state where you're in a higher vibration and you're really putting out, something really powerful. And from that point, once I was in that state, the clients came, the money came, everything was there. And it's not something that I'm not special by any means, but it's just a testament to the work that he's done. Is he gets you out of your own way. And I think that's extremely powerful. And the things he's taught me on the business side of everything, he has both running in spades. I mean, it shows you what you need to be doing on a daily basis to make money and to get clients. And I've always been pretty systematic in my approach to things. So just following through with it. And he basically guides you through that. I mean, it's incredible.
Oh man, thank you for sharing that, man. Yeah, I agree. I agree. What else can I say? I think it's a really unique combination that we have, and I love that you're the kind of person who can appreciate both sides. The energy side of things and the strategy. It's amazing. So now where you're at, like you have a whole new set of problems, right? Like you want to go moving to like a new apartment and like leveling up that game. What do you look forward to? Like what's exciting for you now?
Yeah. So definitely moving into a townhouse pretty soon. Wouldn't have been able to do that if I hadn't joined the program at all.
Wow.
And, definitely growing my business and, eventually, like in the next few months, I'm going to have to hire out a couple of different positions. That's something that me and Miro were speaking about a little bit earlier. But hiring for like the small task and really just stepping into that CEO type mentality, and just, becoming more aligned with each offer that I put out, growing my audience and just really growing this thing, impacting more lives. That's what it's all about.
Yeah, and I think you're in a perfect position for it because the way you set it up, you can serve another 5 or 10 or 20 or 50 people, and it won't necessarily take a whole bunch of your own bandwidth, your own personal time. So you're perfectly positioned to freaking just take it to the moon, which is so fun to watch, man. Dude, that's really all I have for you. Anybody watching, if you have questions, pop questions here. We'll make sure that either PJ or myself circle back to answer all of your questions. And I know you have a little bit of a giveaway, a little bit of a gift for our people who want to get fit and get lean. Can you talk to me about that?
Yes. So not long ago, I did a training with a registered dietitian. Her name is Brianna Beckhold, and she's incredible. And basically, me and her on the training, we talked about the most effective way to lose body fat without dieting, right? Mm-hmm. My method and the way I think about a diet is very different and very unorthodox compared to a lot of fitness coaches. I actually don't like diets at all because all diets must come to an end, right? Mm-hmm. So I have that free training for you guys, how to lose body fat without dieting. I'll be giving that away to anyone who wants it. So just let me know and I'll get that right over to you. And I guarantee you, if you implement what me and Brianna were talking about in the training, you will see results pretty quickly.
Badass. Can you give us just like 1 or 2 little nuggets about like a quick tip for like a busy entrepreneur or high achieving professional right now who may have a couple extra pounds? I'm just asking for a friend. Like.
Yeah, I would definitely say increase your water intake. That's first. The more water you can drink, the less water you will hold. Mm-hmm. Meaning, our bodies are naturally holding water because it's mostly comprised of water. But once you drink a good amount of it, you're likely to release more of it. So the scale goes down.
Nice.
The second tip I have for you is to walk. Walking is really effective as far as reducing body fat. It primarily gets its energy from adipose fat tissue, which is basically our body fat cells. So those 2 things just in conjunction will show you a ton of results. Yeah.
What I love about that, it's so simple. Like the simple things, like the answer's right there. Drink more water, go for a daily walk.
Yeah.
Sweet. I can see myself doing my daily morning outreach and connecting with my people just on a walk, with my phone, Messenger, lose a couple pounds. Done. Sweet.
Absolutely.
So I thought that was super freaking helpful. If you found this helpful as well, take advantage of the free offer that PJ has. Maybe drop a hashtag lose body fat without dieting. That's a lot of words. Drop the weight. hashtag drop the weight.
Here we go.
And we'll get that to you. So Will Nielsen is saying the man, the myth, the legend, calling you out. So what's up, Will? Glad to have you on. We have some legends on this live. So cool. What's up, Rita and Crystal? Good to see you guys. Sweet. Yeah, drop all your weight loss and money making questions here, and we'll have the respective experts serve you with that. Again, big thanks for showing up fully and taking massive action and inspiring the masses and sharing your stories, brother. Look forward to many more success stories, and maybe we'll have you back on for another success interview. How about that?
Absolutely, man. I love to do it. And one last thing I wanted to say, guys, if you're on the fence about, growing your business with Miro, jump in, because, think about where you will be 3 months from now in your business. And, if you already take that action today, you can actually be making 3 months of progress.
Sure.
Is it scary? A little bit, but once you dive in, and you really trust yourself and trust the process that Miro has, you'll see results.
Boom. I appreciate that, brother.
Yeah.
And you're right. What can I say? 6.4K, your results are right there.
Yeah.
And that's about getting the right offer, like being aligned with the wrong niche. The analogy comes up for me is like, I know when I was working in corporate, I felt like I was like Thor's hammer, right? It's like, why is this so hard? It's not working for me. Maybe I'm not good enough, or I'm not worthy or some shit. I don't know. And it was freaking brutal. But then, dude, finding your own element, doing actually what you're born to do and what you're designed to do, and finding your purpose, and it just flows. It's like I was always meant to be in the ocean. I have my trident, which is the mindset work and the business strategy and this unique thing that we've created here. And I just want that for everyone. So make sure you drop your comments and your questions below. Big shout out to everybody watching who's on the journey of upgrading your health game with PJ, or the inner work and business work with me. You're all welcome here. So much love, PJ. We'll talk to you soon.
All right, brother.
Thanks so much.